That's the median nerve. That's a 3. You don't want me to go to 4.
The film opens with ex-Marine Robert McCall, who is preparing for work and is notably kind and approachable to everyone he encounters. During lunch, he shares a table with his friend Ralphie, who aspires to become a security guard but struggles with his large physique.
You want to make security guard, you got to lose weight, you got to test in 1 week. Now, you asked me to help you, but if you're not willing to apply yourself...
No more chips.
No more chips.
Who needs flavor?
Later that evening, Robert returns to his home, where he manages all his chores. After washing the dishes, he attempts to read before bed, but finds it hard to sleep. He decides to head to the Bridge Diner, his usual spot for food and tea. While there, he reads his book and strikes up a conversation with a girl named Terry, who speaks to him as if they are old friends.
You catch that fish yet?
Jazz hooked it.
It's about damn time.
Thought you were going to give up that refined sugar.
I need to, you know.
Huh?
Alright, well, let me know what happens with that.
The following day at work, a young colleague inquires about Robert's past job, to which he humorously replies that he was part of a dance group. That evening, he returns to the diner, orders his usual tea, and encounters Terry again. She notices he is reading a different book and, intrigued, asks him about the ending of his previous one. Robert shares the details, leading to a delightful conversation between them.
Shore, sharks came and ate the whole fish till there was nothing left. He saw himself in the fish.
Why didn't he just let the fish go?
The old man's got to be the old man. Fish got to be the fish.
During their conversation, Terry receives a call from her agent, Slavi, who informs her that a client is waiting for her outside the diner. Despite her reluctance and dislike for the client, Slavi insists she go. The next day, Robert supports Ralphie in his training, encouraging him to give it his all.
Come on now, come on. How you gonna pull me out of a burning building if you can't pull a tire 20 yards?
Pull. Come on. Who's going to make security guard? There you go.
That evening, back at the diner, Robert notices bruises on Terry's face and, concerned, offers her a donut to lift her spirits. Terry joins him and hands him a CD of her own recordings, asking for his thoughts on her songs. As they chat, Terry reveals that although she has met many people and men, there is something uniquely different about him, hinting at a sense of loneliness following the loss of his wife. Robert shares with Terry that his late wife had a passion for reading, a habit he adopted from her. He reveals her aspiration to read 100 books, a goal she was unable to achieve before her passing. He mentions that he has read 91 books to date and is committed to fulfilling her dream.
Open a donut factory.
After sharing this moment, they leave the diner and begin walking down the street, engaged in conversation. Suddenly, a car pulls up, and Slavi steps out, angrily slaps Terry. Robert instinctively wants to intervene, but Terry urges him to stay out of it. Slavi then turns to Robert, offering to arrange for another girl for him, saying insists that Terry is off limits. Following this incident, Robert does not see Terry at the diner for several days, growing increasingly concerned for her well-being. Eventually, the diner manager informs him that Terry has been brutally attacked and is now in the ICU when Robert visits her in the hospital. He finds her in a dire state, bruised all over her face, clearly having endured a lot. Terry's friend Mandy is there, crying uncontrollably. Robert inquires about what happened, and Mandy explains that she and Terry works together, with Slavi as their boss. She recounts that a client misbehaved with Terry, prompting her to retaliate in anger, which led to Slavi brutally beating her. Mandy adds that Slavi threatened Terry, saying he would cut her throat next time. Determined to confront Slavi, Robert heads to his office, where Slavi is sitting with his bodyguards. Robert hands Slavi an envelope, saying he wants Terry's freedom. Slavi and his guards laugh mockingly at him.
This girl, she have a name?
Her name's Alina. I can give you $9,800.
For what?
Her freedom.
Uh-huh. Americans think that you can come into my place of business and just buy whatever you want. Just $9,000 for the troublemaker. 1 month. That's it.
Okay.
Руки отдавишь. Bye-bye.
Свидание, папа.
Делай американцы.
Then he decided to teach them a lesson. Guys, let me allow you to watch this part by yourself.
16 seconds.
After returning home, Robert to sleep peacefully. Meanwhile, a Russian gangster named Teddy arrives at the crime scene and notices a camera, only to find that none of them recorded any footage. Teddy then meets with some corrupt police officers to gather information, but no one knows anything about who did it. Everyone assumes that an opposing gang must have been behind the attack.
Listen, pal, I don't like your tone with
Taking
me.
Mr. Pushkin's money for years. I'm not here to say, please. I'm here to tell you what to do.
Next day, while Robert is at work, Ralphie shows him a slip proudly saying that he has lost weight and is now ready to pass the test. In the evening, Robert is at home when he sees the news, reporting that Slavy and his bodyguards have died. The day after a gang fight, Robert arrives at work to discover that Ralphie is no longer employed there. The manager informs him that Ralphie has quit, leaving Robert feeling anxious about the sudden departure. Seeking answers, Robert visits the small restaurant owned by Ralphie's mother. There, Ralphie explains that an electrical issue caused a fire, which is why he is assisting his mother. However, Robert senses that Ralphie is not telling the truth when pressed for more details about the incident. Ralphie falsely claims it was merely an accident, leading Robert to suspect that something is being wrong. Meanwhile, Teddy confronts Johnny Donay regarding a murder, but Johnny reacts with anger, hurling insults at Teddy and calling him a Russian.
We pay you 15% to do business here. We will not tolerate this getting nothing for our money. No information, no protection.
Roll this, mother!
In another scene, a group of corrupt police officers is seen dining at Ralphie's mother's restaurant. One officer flips the closed sign and forces the remaining customers to leave, threatening Ralphie's mother that if she doesn't provide assistance soon, another fire could occur at her restaurant again. It soon becomes evident that these officers were behind the fire incident a few days back. Afterward, they encounter Robert outside, where he inquires about filing a report. The officers suggest he should call 911 to lodge his complaint instead.
Wish, pal. Those people you took the money from, maybe you should give it back. Tomorrow you'll have returned all the money you extorted from those people. Now I'm offering you a chance to do the right thing. Take it.
Mr. McCall, you done standing around or what?
Later, Robert is playing baseball with his SEAL workers when Ralphie, now a security guard, thanks him for his support and shares his joy. The next day at work, Robert notices a man aiming a gun at Jenny, the cashier, demanding money.
Give me that ring.
It was my mother's.
Your mother, give me that ring.
It's okay, Jenny. Police said the guy's done 4 like this, shot a guy over in Somerville a month ago.
Oh my God.
We're very close to Terry. You're lying to me about that. Did anyone else visit her?
A man,
Customer.
a black man. He wanted to know what happened to her. Please, please,
So beautiful.
please, Teddy.
Teddy, disguised as Detective Gusto, arrives at Robert's house, but Robert is ready for him. He confidently claims he went to a restaurant to meet a woman who ultimately did not show up due to her child's illness. Teddy then shows Robert a photo of Mandy, inquiring if he recognizes her. Robert denies knowing her. Teddy reveals that Mandy was murdered, her neck broken, which causes Robert to question Teddy's motives and how he tracked him down. Teddy casually mentions that it's easy for people like them before leaving. Later, while Robert is at the restaurant, a man in an electrician's uniform enters, raising Robert's suspicions. He questions the man about being alone, no accomplices, and why his hands are so clean if he's truly an electrician.
Hands where I can see him. Black Denali.
Here we go.
He varies from these instructions and I'm gonna kill you, understand? hell is this guy doing?
Rima, you got A side, front, follow.
Teddy and his crew pursue Robert, leading to a confrontation where Robert fights one of them. The chase continues until they reach his apartment, where Robert tends to his injuries by heating a cloth. Hearing water running from the bathroom, they investigate but find no one there. After searching the entire apartment, they still can't locate Robert. Robert then reconnects with his old friends, Brian and Susan, who previously worked with him in intelligence. He shows Susan Teddy's picture, seeking information about him. During a conversation with Brian, it's revealed that Robert had staged his own death in a car accident years ago to escape his life in intelligence and pursue a normal existence. Susan warns Robert that the people he has killed were part of the Russian Mafia, led by Vladimir Putin. She informs him that Teddy's real name is Equalizer and that he was sent by Putin, cautioning Robert to be careful as he is now a target. Robert goes to Frank's house and traps him in a car, demanding information about Putin, while threatening to kill him if he doesn't comply.
Pushkin, you need to know everything.
I am a cop, you moron! I swear to God.
Huh?
I'm Boston, beat it!
I don't have a lot of time.
I'll be back.
He then takes Robert to a warehouse where millions in cash are being counted. Pointing a gun at Frank, Robert orders the other henchmen to surrender. He ties them up in a room, gives the workers some money, and lets them leave. After handcuffing Frank, Robert forces him to call the police, insisting that Frank provide all the evidence he has against Putin. When the police arrive, they arrest the gangsters and Frank, seizing all the money. Meanwhile, Teddy is so anxious about the situation that he ignores Putin's call. Robert confronts Teddy, insisting he must put an end to everything and warning him that he possesses incriminating evidence.
I promised someone that I love very much that I would never go back to being that person. You ask me what I saw when I looked at you. What do you see when you look at me?
Teddy dismisses Robert's threats, leading Robert to declare that he won't back down and will eliminate them all. Later, Robert examines a flash drive he found in Frank's safety deposit box, extracting information and sending it to an FBI agent. The data reveals details about Putin's oil tanks, prompting Robert to return to the warehouse and destroy the tankers where explosion. In response, Putin calls Teddy, ordering him to kill Robert immediately. Teddy reassures him that he has a new team ready to handle the situation. Spotting a photo of Robert with Ralphie, Teddy believes he has discovered Robert's vulnerability. Robert receives a call from Teddy, who informs him that Ralphie and some co-workers have been kidnapped. Teddy threatens to kill them unless Robert comes to the warehouse. Noticing that the bus Robert was supposed to be on is empty, Teddy remains unaware that Robert is secretly heading to the warehouse. Just as Teddy is about to harm Ralphie and the co-workers, loud music suddenly starts playing in the warehouse. One of the goons asks Ralphie about the source of the noise, and Ralphie leads him to the security room.
Don't shoot!
Very clever, Mr. McCall. I decided to come and see you.
I'll be waiting for you.
It's me, Mr. McCall.
Although worried, Ralphie is encouraged by Robert to keep moving and distract. Ralphie runs in one direction while Robert sets explosives. moment after finishing his task. Robert leaves the scene 3 days later. He arrives in Moscow, where Putin is taking his bath. Robert starts flickering the lights to unsettle Putin, then systematically eliminates Putin's guards and prepares an electrical trap for the leader himself.
What do you gain from my death?
Peace.
What is your price? Are you there?
Afterward, Robert heads back to Boston, reuniting with Terry, who has healed from her injuries.
I'm reading now.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Very good.
When they gave me my stuff back at the hospital, there was this envelope with my name on it. Almost $10,000 inside.
Body, mind.
Spirit, thank you for everything. Bye, Robert.
Bye, Alina.
And with this emotional moment, the season 1 end. For the continued season to the final, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks you so much for doing that. You have just encouraged us to continue.